How
So they
long
didn't
it
even
been
hear you
muted?
previously either.
Uh,
They didn't hear you that whole
feels
time.
wow, pumpkin schizo.
I'm not I asked people who were watching this tell me if it was good or not.
They didn't they
Everybody
didn't
didn't tell me
care. They did not
anything.
care.
I'm there for you.
Hello, Shade.
I'll always tell people if their shit ain't working. But God
I'm
forbid.
ready. You're ready. I'm not streaming that one today. I'm not
What?
streaming that one. I'm sorry. I wanted to
Hi,
play with
Azazel.
Pumpkin. I
What were you
know. I
streaming?
wanted to play with Pumpkin. I was gonna stream Lost Records, but I wanted to play with you.
Is that the one where you clean up the stuff?
No. Lost Records is a story game like Life is Strange, kinda.
Oh, okay. This game is giving Splatoon.
Yeah, it's like Splatoon. It is
Oh
very
my
much. Hi, it's
god!
Hazel.
Oh, I have to send a picture of this to Arctic. Arctic, look at the hair! They have your
I
hair!
thought you would like the style of the characters.
They
They're very
hair
cute.
for you.
The customization's kind of limited right now, of course, but
I'm no longer here. Crazy
what? How dare?
Wolf.
You're gonna lose your
Random.
streak.
Wait, it's customization? Wait, can I... Are these
Hello,
base models that I
Gigi.
can customize?
Yeah,
Or...
you could change like the color, the hair, I think. The eye color.
Okay, I guess...
Okay, let's go to this one.
Okay, which one is the one that I like the most just in case it lies to me? Oh, I love the tired eyes on that one. Oh, they're so tired. Oh my god, it's like my hair IRL. Well, it used to be. Oh, this person looks so tired. I love them. I need to take this thing off their head. What is this? Is this their hair? Or is... Oh!
Yeah, this
That's
is an
so
early
cute.
access game we just got access to.
This is so cute! I wish my hair was curly like that.
Oh, that's me. Oh, that's so me. Can I make her blonde?
I don't know which hair to... I'll probably just end up using this one because that's the closest thing. Oh, that one's cute. Oh, I didn't scroll up.
Oh,
that one's cute.
I want
Oh,
the
this is
hat.
what my hair
Can I take the
looks
hat
like.
off? I can't take the
I'm
hat
just gonna
off.
go with this one. I'm just gonna make her... Oh, but this is like what my hair looks like right now if I don't style it. Yeah, I know. I can't take the hat off either. I don't know.
It's just stuck on us.
Freckles! Freckles!
I can't change my Oh, I can't change my brow style. Dots, please. Oh, would you like brown-ish?
Hi, Joker. How are you?
Oh, Joker, I can give you access to this game if you want to play. If you're curious. Unless you... Hi. I play all the Totopia games. It's true, I do.
Ooh, I like those.
Where the freckles at?
Oh!
I can't just have the freckles. I have to have all this other stuff with it.
You can just
I can't take.
I can't.
I can take the hat off.
How?
You can go next and it takes them off.
And then can you go back?
Are these puppy ears? Are those bunny ears?
Oh,
those are bunny ears. Those are bunny
well, whatever.
ears.
They're puppy ears. They could be puppy ears. Ooh, can I make it black? Oh, come on, let me make it black. God, orange is so hard to get the right color of it.
I don't want this. How do I go back?
Hi, how are you?
Wait, so what is... So, what if I made this...
Hi, Joker, Joker, Joker. That'd be cool. Just not today. Okay.
Well, yeah, you can still get access to it.
Thank you for the posture check. Unfortunately, no heterochromia. Oh, woe is me. No
This sucks.
heterochromia.
I have to make like the opposite hair.
Wait, what
I
happened to
would
my
like.
ears? Where are my ears? Oh, because I canceled the dye.
My person. Imagine you're gonna look at my character and be like, damn, you've seen better days. I'm doing the hair. Oh, I wonder if that's what I should do to my hair next instead of the other way around.
I do like this one.
No hat. Mustache! Oh my god. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Yeah, but I like that one more. I can change the color.
Is that good? That's good.
Oh, I don't like the scarf. Take the scarf off. Take that scarf off right now. You're not. Oh. Oh my god, this game is ungodly adorable. I'm gonna lose my shit. It's like, it's streetwear. It's streetwear which you never get to see, which is why I like Totopia, because I like the clothing. Ooh, ooh, oh, oh.
Okay, this is gonna be green, maybe?
So, okay, I'm gonna go again. Hope you have fun. Bye! Love you,
Bye, Mom!
Kisses! Can I change the... Hold up. Yeah, but these look more like the style that I like. Oh my god, did you see the fuzzy boots? Or the fuzzy slippers?
Not yet.
Oh, no, you're on. I wanted to change the scarf.
I'm still on my shirt.
I'm still on my shirt. Can I just make them all black? Like, can I just... Black, black. Oh, but they have that FIFA look on them. I don't want them to have the FIFA look. Never mind. I confirm. Let's go with these. Ooh! No, we're just gonna make them all black. Yes! Ooh, actually, can I make the... yellow? Give them that Doc Martin look? I need just a little bit. That's actually no, I just want to make them orange. Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so me. Very excited. Oh, that one's really cute. I really like that too, though, but the... Literally, your hair is what my hair looks like if I don't style it, which is why I think it's really, really, really cute. Fucking hyped. I don't like this sleeveless... Oh, maybe I can turn that... I need to change the pants. Hold up. These pants are just absolutely... Whoa. Oh my god, that's so cute! I'm gonna come. Oh, that's even cuter. Oh no. And when I mean come, I don't mean that. This is too cute. This is not... Let me be clear. I'm just really
Come from
excited.
happiness.
Yeah, I come from happiness.
I'm gonna come from happiness.
Oh my god, do I want pants or shorts?
Oh, what?
Pants or shorts, pants or shorts, pants or shorts.
Oh.
I have these pants IRL with this cute little sweater. Yeah, but the sweater doesn't make sense with that jacket. Let's see what this looks like. Let's make this.
I can't decide what shirt I want.
Options are limited. Oh god. Okay, that looks fine. Let's go to the shirt now, because that belt is actually hideous. I don't like that, no. Let's go back to... Oh, that's really cute. I want that. I really like that. Oh, it canceled the colors. Damn.
Oh, I can make this green like my cardigan. Make it green. And then I'll make this.
Oh, I could make some
brown like
aspects
my overalls.
purple.
Then I'll make. Yeah, that's cute.
Ooh, purple and orange. We love purple and orange.
Of course.
What is this?
I like the ears
What
need
is
to be
that?
a little lighter.
We'll make that purple as well. Oh no, it needs to be...
These. I think these look more like puppy ears. And I'm gonna do these. These are cuter, I feel like.
Yes. Yes. Oh my god, she's so cute. Oh my god. Oh my god, she's so cute. She's so cute. She's so me for real, for real. Mask? Oh. I don't even have access to a mask. Oh! Oh. The piercings! Can I make them gold, please? Yes.
I don't really need socks. These shoes have socks built into them.
Oh my god, it started to die. That sucks. Oh, those are cute! Die. Just kidding, you guys. Everything else I've said, this is now my new hyperfixation. I haven't even played the fucking game
I'm done.
yet.
Are you done?
No.
No.
I just found headphones.
Oh, where did you find headphones at?
Oh,
Oh,
it's on the same tab as
oh,
it's
my
literally with
ears.
the
Yeah, I see.
Oh,
I
ew,
have
that's
earrings.
odd. You can make them purple.
I'm done.
Makes one.
Look at her. She's so cute.
Look at her right fucking now!
She's so
Cox, go
cute.
away! Get out of here!
Totopia.
Yes.
Iya boy Bunny. Gusto mo
Oh,
na
no,
kasi.
I have to, like-
Diba? Kiwe-kiwe. Melo gawin mo sinay.
What the fuck? Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Coins.
Diba? Uspiya. Kogi sili siya kapopesino.
It's like not doing purple very well. I
Please
don't
like hide the
like
puppy.
like the
How about
coins.
this?
Tanadana. Kuriri.
Can I just make them black?
Ah, Shikazuku.
Let's see what that looks like.
Piri-piri.
That's kind of interesting. Is there pretty... Oh! Oh, that's a pretty blue. Oh, there we go. There's purple. Aha! Okay, well, if we're gonna use
What's
that,
happening right now?
then No, because that matches the hair so much. It's quick.
Run! Run! He's gonna get you! Ah!
Fine, bye. Oh, is that my ears?
アモと
Oh,
ユ
never
カ
even
とア
noticed.
スキー
Oh!
じゃなさみんや落ちた石ぼらきタコ
Oh, my
Wanna
pointy
go?
ears sticking out.
Bless you. Uh-oh. Ouch.
おおフィッシー
Oh my god, she's so cute! Ooh. Well, I didn't get to see if I could change the skin tone. I wanted to make it paler. Mia, hoi, hi! Wait, is that another language? Did I just accidentally...
Chinese.
Shit, I thought it was a
Pretty
fake
sure
one.
it's
I
Chinese.
just assumed it was. Excuse me! It's okay, my exes have Chinese, it's fine. I have 2 exes that are Chinese, it's okay.
I think we gotta do this thing first and then we can be together.
This game is so cute. Tell me this is not like...
It is
Oh!
very much like Splatoon.
I say we all cosplay as our character and go to con together. Just kidding, I just look like her already. Oh god, he's attacking me. What the fuck? Oh my god, they do the Naruto run!
Yeah.
What is this fucking purple looking shadow bitch doing? Stop touching me!
Heck yeah. Another thing? Let me freaking play the game. I guess I am playing the game.
What if we had VTubers that look like these though?
That'd be so cute. Why can't I jump?
Right? Why? Oh! Get the fuck out of here! Oh, fucking...
Oh, I'm sliding like
Oh
Sonic.
my
I'm
God,
sliding
this
on
is
the
so
thing like
cute.
Sonic.
See, it is Sonic. Then that's Shadow the Hedgehog.
Get out of here.
Ooh,
Oh, I'm
the
falling.
mask,
Oh, I'm falling.
Hello. Get beat, bitch. I'm gonna
It's
punch
like-
you in the face.
Now that I'm listening closely, it sounds like Chinese and like with a mix of something else.
Maybe it's Singaporean. Have
I
you
don't
ever been
know.
to China? No. Yes. Are you Chinese? No, I'm Singaporean. You eat Chinese food? Yes. So you're from China? No, I'm Singaporean. That video.
Igo sila kaboy mo yan.
It's in my head.
Hoy, Tori.
No.
Siya laki ko may tao piloy po.
Mumia
I feel like
sofa.
Shadow would like this game just for the way that this boss guy looks.
Sila kaboy
Your
tata.
Shadow.
May pakutay. Hura. Ay, tapahay para.
Oh! God. Get wrecked.
How do I go to the cozy zone? Oh, I'm frozen.
This is such a bizarre game. This is not what I thought I'd be playing in 2025. Wait, is it 2025 or 2026?
Six!
It is, isn't it?
2026!
Oh my god! I can't believe it's 2026. It's fucking May. Already, like... Oh! Get fucking wrecked, I guess. Oh no. Oh, you saved me! You cute little thingy! Oh, you dropped me. Okay. Just kidding. Hi, Anubis. I love you.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh my god, there's a little octopus hat and a little shark onesie. It's so cute. Yeah, Gigi.
Will you just allow me to have pumpkin? Let's fucking go. Cowboy Mia. Nashi, where are you?
I'm sitting on the bench.
New emo! That's a cute one. Oh! There's a ball over there. Oh my god, give it to me. Thank you. Did you collect the ball?
Oh, that's so cute! I'm gonna shit myself. That's so cute.
Oh, this person's really cute. Aw. Oh my god. Oh, you're massive! Why are you so big? Oh, he's tiny again.
I'm sick.
Nashi, how do I find you?
Um,
Oh, there's balls to collect. Oh! Oh, I froze myself. Oh! Hello. Hello, human. I'm Frosty, an official traffic officer with the
this
Toby
person's
City.
adorable.
Welcome to Toby City. As you can see, Toby City is a busy place. Public safety and traffic can be a real headache for everyone around here. I'd like to interview. Is traffic in the human world like this too? Toby City's better. Oh, is that so? Even so, I'm still going to work on the stage shape. Did you know, recently, Paw Power launched a bunch of cool little cars. Lots of Automon have been getting their driver's license. I can't keep up with all the traffic violations. Alright, I'm off to work out. I'll be able to outrun a car in no time. What the shit? Okay.
How do I find you?
I don't know.
Can we only play like the mini games together? Are you offline? No, you're not offline.
Are you? We're definitely probably not in the same server. Like, that's just...
How do I swap servers though?
I have no idea. Maybe we're not, maybe...
Oh! I found it! Go, press C.
Add buddy. Requests. Almost clicked ignore. Nice!
Invite to team.
Yes! Oh my god! You look so cute! We have the same hair.
Oh, that's so cute! Where are you? I don't see
I
you.
almost had that jacket on,
Oh, there you are.
but I
Let me
went with
see.
this one instead because it gave me a collar.
What? Where'd you go?
What do you mean? I'm over here.
You disappeared. Where'd you run off to?
I'm right here. Oh, wait. I'm waiting for the leader.
Waiting for the leader for
I'm
what?
in like a loading screen. I'm in a screen where it has both of us just standing here. Matching. But unmatching.
What? Okay, I guess we'll do a tournament. I don't really know what this is, but we'll try it.
Let me type. Oh! Oh! I have been kidnapped by a box.
Look at you! You're so cute! You're so
Oh my
cute!
god.
What do we do? Oh gosh. Oh god, it's Fall Guys.
So weird.
It's Fall Guys! Come on, let's go!
It's knocked off a bunch of people. No! Aww. Oh, that's a bomb. I'm
in the lead! I'm in the lead. I'm so good at parkour.
I have no idea where I'm at. Woo!
Let's go. Go, Pumpkin, go! Take the. Yeah, you did it! Yay! I might need to change down put the graphics at smooth. What else can I change? What, are you throwing dynamite?
Yeah.
We qualified!
Number 3, let's go!
Oh my god, I just dabbed.
You dabbed?
I'm dabbing.
I have like a broken heart on my screen. My character does not put her heart together. Ooh! Ooh, I want whatever that is.
Everyone's gonna go for that, so I'm gonna go for the one over here! Ah!
Oh! Damn! What are we doing?
I don't know. Apparently we're doing whatever this is.
Oh, we stay in here?
Guess. And then whoever is not in it loses? I qualified!
Yes.
Number
That was
6.
not clear.
That was not clear at all.
I would have not stayed in there if I didn't look at everybody else.
Last stand. We have to fuck people
I
up.
thought that person was saluting and I got scared.
Choose
Mashy
your
is my
teammates
teammate.
here.
Oh.
We got little
What?
buddies. Ooh, I want the the corgi puffs.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Oh.
Start with 8 players. What?
I'm gonna choose this Thorbo.
I don't want to hurt you.
If it's over, I guess. Ooh! Ooh, everything hurts!
Oh, I got eliminated.
Damn!
Oh shit, I didn't mean to leave. I'm going back to the city, I guess, because I lost.
Oh,
Did
I'm
you-
sad.
did you-
I did not win. I got back to the city. Got done right after you died.
大都
So...
求了，危死了我的 map！
Oh.
哇
that's
别
hideous.
打 map， 我他把特别
Oh, hell
细。
yeah. Is Mashy here?
I'm somewhere.
So... What else is there? Is it just the Fall Guys stuff?
でもここピア
I thought you said this was a farming thing.
I thought it was too. There is like an area where you can farm and like decorate your house, but I have no idea.
I mean, it is early, so maybe it's this. They're just showing the fun part, the part that I don't know. How do I get to that?
This is so cute.
How do I get up there?
Chloe Spark. I found the gotcha.
I'm trying to figure out how to get up on this building so I can get this thingy. Where's my little dude? Can I?
Oh, it's a login bonus. It's not gotcha. That's fun.
Oh, cute.
Day 2, you get a cute koi outfit.
Don't forget to pet your little dude.
My little dude?
Yeah, the one that follows you. I want this. How do I get it?
How
Do
do
I
I
have to
change
go
my
up there?
outfit?
How do I get up there?
My rank is Twinkle. I don't want to be that one. I like this one. No, I like her.
Oh, that's funny. Nice. What did I get? Oh, more stuff.
Oh,
I hope I get to keep the stuff after the game officially releases, you know.
yeah, I don't know. Whoa! I'm at the beach now. Whoa!
I accidentally went into a mini game.
I'm gonna do this mini game.
Nice. I don't know what I just did. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's that? What's this? What is it?
We have to fight?
Why? Check the booklet. What is the booklet?
Ouch!
Present. Sure, we'll fill out a survey. How satisfying is the overall gaming experience? Wonderful. How much do you like the game overall art style? Wonderful. How satisfying is the character customization?
I mean, it's really cute. They should add more,
It's
though.
very cute, just add more, which they probably will.
Yeah.
So, what are the main reasons you are satisfied with the customer characterization? Art style fit, the art style.
Oh, I got my shit raw.
Easy to use, unique expressions, sure. Oh, actually, I'm gonna do trendy. Based on your experience so far, how likely are you to continue playing this game? Probably. What are the main reasons you want to continue playing? Play with friends, new players. Cosmetic, 100% is really cute. Variety of gameplay, sure. How did you first hear about Friend? Is Friend an option? No, because nobody has friends. Why is Friend not an option? Social media, I guess, because you told me through social media. What are the main reasons you decided to play? Friends, play with friends and family. Casual. Oh, the character customization. In the past 6 months, with the following devices have you mainly used to play games? Personal computer. In the past 6 months, which genres of games
How do
have you
I
recently
get up
played?
there?
I don't know. What games do I normally play? League of Legends.
Competitive. What the hell?
I don't even. It doesn't even have. What the fuck is Gwent?
Gwent is like a card game. Like the Witcher card game.
I guess Battle Royale. Oh. I don't. Okay,
No.
let's just. Cat rhythm games, tower defense. I do like those. Which of the following games have you ever played?
How do I leave?
Fall Guys, Human Fall Flat, Overcooked, Party Animals.
How do I leave? Oh my god.
I
my
downloaded
YouTube
Stardew
studio.
Valley today. I haven't played it yet. I played Super Mario Party. I would play Splatoon if I had access to it. How many hours in total have you spent playing each of the following games? Oh my god, like literally none of all of them. Which of the following social media platforms do you regularly use? Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, I guess Twitter. Snapchat is probably the majority of my time. Discord, TikTok. Where do you usually search or read information regarding? Oh, fuck. Recommendation from friends. Online searching. Steam an option? Discord, Steam. Okay, there we go. TikTok, YouTube. I will go to the official gaming site, I guess. Social media. What's your gender? I'm a female. What is your age? Oh god. Thank you for completing. We'd love to invite you to a 1-hour online interview to hear about your experience with.
No.
Participants will receive a $50 Amazon gift card as a thank you.
What?
$50 gift card? For an hour-long interview? What are you gonna ask me? For $50? Sure. You know what? Sure. Why not? That, you know how much money that is to me compared to the hours at work? I'll buy new bras.
Yeah.
Like $50 gift card, dude. I get paid $14 an hour at my job. That's almost a day's work. That's almost a whole shift for me. Or a half a shift. Do you have anything else to say to Pop Totopia? I am really excited to get to see more of the game. It looks adorable and I love it so far. Cool.
It's the cozy section, not in the early access.
Early access.
Early access. Hi. Hi. I want to teleport to you, meat buddy.
Please leave this. I don't want to be in this anymore.
Give me a hug.
I am stuck in a screen right now, and
Press
I can't make it go away.
Escape?
I did. I can't.
Trying to hug you, but it looks like I'm tickling you.
Is it? What?
Mom, gotcha.
Hold up. I think I'm just gonna.
What's this?
I didn't know. But... Okay, 1 second.
Sushi King figure. Reach level 5 and place furniture on Pulse Avenue. That's what we need to do. Reach level 5.
Ash, if
Oh,
you
level
were a
him.
cow, would you let me milk you?
I would.
Okay, cool. I'll take care of you. I'm sorry, I opened up Instagram and I just saw a cow getting milked, and I was like, if you were, oh my god, could you imagine? That would be such a fucking weird game. You're on a farm, you're a farmer, but all of their friends are other animals, and you have to like milk them. They could be a chicken, and you like watch them.
Okay, I'm gonna take the survey now.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Why aren't you... It's not getting picked up by my thing anymore. There we go. Okay, how do I... Okay.
Easy to use, art style fit, high degree of high quality models, variety of options. Yes, I will continue.
There you go. I see you.
I like
You're
the
so
main city
cute.
exploration. I like that we can collect cosmetics. I like the art and visuals.
Tab.
I learned about Totopia from TikTok Live. TikTok Live. I forgot who the creator was. Oh shit, I forgot who the creator was. Oh, I think I actually sent you their live in TikTok.
I can be pale. Nice. Oh, I need to change my eyebrows. Is there... Oh! Cute. Oh my god, I can give me my favorite eyebrows.
Did you hear me that we have to reach level 5?
To what?
To get to the avenue to place furniture and stuff.
Mmm. What kind of eyebrows do they have? They don't have the eyebrows that I like. I guess I'll do that one.
I would like to...
I need them to... make it easier to match my colors.
Yes, that would be very helpful.
You can't change anything after?
No, you
Oh,
can't.
that sucks. Yeah, I have to get colors. I have to get...
What? You
dye
have to get
stuff.
dye? Oh,
Yeah, I have
that
to get dye.
sucks.
Yeah, so now my eyebrows are all fucked. Oh, that's okay. That's fine. That's kind of silly, but oh well. I hate that, but whatever. It's not the end of the world. Okay. Claim. Oh, I got the shark outfit! Oh my god.
It's really cute.
Oh my god. Look at all these funny hats. Oh, the little octopus is so cute.
It is really cute. Where
Oh,
is-
the cowboy shark hat. Oh, the crab one reminds me of a K-pop boy that...
I don't remember who the creator was.
Can I buy dye?
Uh,
Oh my god,
Life
Mashi, you're gonna like the
simulation.
outfit you get from the fucking survey.
I know, I saw. That's why I'm doing the survey. The spring butterfly or whatever.
Yeah.
I like adventure. I
Oh,
like
where'd you go? There you are.
life sim,
Interact. Oh, the hugging. Oh, fist bump.
sandbox.
I see.
I like. I kind of like battle royale. I've
I only play
played
Fortnite
New
because of you,
Guys,
darling.
Fall
I don't know what you mean
Guys.
by that.
I like Human Fall Flat,
Oh.
Kirby, Minecraft, Stardew Valley, Odyssey. Odyssey, you see. Odyssey, you see. Mario Party? Fall Guys. I have less than 50 hours, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think I played that game like twice and then I got mad and then I never
Yeah,
played it
because of
again.
controls.
Dude, the controls are
I have
so
200 plus
fun.
hours in Animal Crossing. I have less than an hour in Human. Well, I have.
Oh, that's a
couple.
cute jacket. Oh, I know who's gonna like that. Me.
Oh, I definitely have 200 plus hours in Minecraft. Are you kidding me?
In Stardew Valley.
Uh,
Oh, that's
50,
cute.
50.
Day 2? It's a koi fish.
I told you that! Isn't it cute?
Sorry, I was not listening. I was staring in the survey.
Isn't it so adorable?
no. This is so bad for my health. Please don't make me have to spend money on this game. Please, I'm begging you. I can't.
No, it's not. It's free. You get it for free.
Well, I guess it is right now, especially since it's an early thingy. What is this? Oh! We do companion.
Online video gaming community app, recommendation by friends, streaming platforms, online searching. I'm female. I am 30.
Oh, the languages are pursued.
I'm not interested. I'm sorry. I can make $30 in like 2 hours at work.
Fuck you.
What, $50? That's false, actually. It'll take like
3 at
3
least,
hours.
probably. Yeah. Damn, bro. hetero.
Okay, I would like to see heterochromia.
Heterosexuality.
What did you say you didn't like?
The
You'd
dye.
I
Was there something else that I said?
don't really think the dye is
Paying for dye. I hate paying for dye.
necessary. Since there's a gotcha system.
Oh no. Can I save this outfit? Oh, thank God.
Usually
Okay,
get to the
I
cozy
saved
district.
that. I wanna... That's so funny. Can I...
What else?
Oh my God.
More out. Well,
This is so cute. Is it the hair? Is the hair new? Oh, wait, hold up. Can I? Oh, that's really cute. Oh my God. Too bad the hair. Oh my God.
I want it. I want it. Okay.
Damn, see why? Ugh, man. That's lame.
What's wrong?
The color system is making me upsetty-wetty, but that's okay. It's just this hair color, this the hairstyle. I want to make the ends black and the roots orange, but the black does not show up very much on the ends.
Can I not change my brows? Where's the brow customization?
Room invite, Giga Slop Gamer. I'm good, thank you very much.
Absolutely
Though.
not. Well, I guess I am like this now.
Oh! Hello, my little butterfly.
Hi.
Hi.
Ticka, 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 ticka.
Oh my God.
Wait, is it gonna
hold
work?
up. No, sorry, I'm looking at my shit again. I'm gonna make it purple.
Okay, do you want to beat people up?
Dye applied. Yes. They did my jacket. I have a jacket on. Yeah, let's oh God, what is that? F4? More shit to claim? Mother of God. Oh no, it's gonna overwhelm me with things to claim again, isn't it? Oh, Jesus. Lord, Jose popped up. Oh no! That's cute. Hello? Here's a new hero has entered this realm. How do I take this headset off? Hi. Why are you laughing?
Because...
Oh! We both clicked on the same one.
Here, I'll do this funky guy.
No, we gotta be matching.
Oh, it's too late.
Damn it. That's not what I look like. Why does my character card look like that?
Because it's your avatar picture.
Oh!
You can't. It's just default. Okay, are you ready?
I'm flying! I don't know what's happening.
Oh, critical damage.
Oh!
Crit.
Oh my God, it's like...
Let me at him. Let me at him. You're a ball.
Uh-huh. They're really fun.
we got his friend. We gotta get him. Oh, we got him.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
And his friend. This reminds me of the League of Legends arena game.
Oh, we're at full health again.
Oh no, I didn't pick one.
What were you doing?
I was reading.
Oh, you're reading. Fuck.
Oh, this is literally just like.
Get this guy. Get this guy. Remember, we can dodge.
I dodge and I can just fuck them up.
Now I feel bad.
Why? No, beat them up, Matchy. Beat them up.
They didn't barely got a hit in.
Yeah, it's fine.
Movement speed or damage reduction? Damage reduction. Great.
Damn it! I do not have enough time. Please,
Just pick
I
one.
can't read. I can't read. Oh no! Oh no!
One more hit. Yeah, we're the winner.
Oh, change my thingy. Oh, fuck yeah!
I have a double jump now.
Nice. Make sure here everyone's max HP.
That's okay, I have a bunch of damage reduction.
Dude, what is that? Dude, I want it! Give me! Oh, it's just for me. What? What did I say? Taryn! Did you know that in the Pokemon universe, the letter R can also represent the number 9, but not the other way around? Is this a joke? Because 9 can R, but...
Arcanine. Very good, very good. I liked it. It was a two-parter.
Can I assume that that's a Pokemon?
Yeah. You'd like Arcanine. It's a flame puppy.
Oh, yeah! I like that one. Hi, Taryn! Hush Chaos. These are bots.
Are they?
They have to be. I refuse to believe Hush Chaos is a real person. I'm not focused. Get beat up! Get fucking beat, bitch! Fuck you! Come here. Oh! Wait, hold up.
Oh. Hey, get down. We won a tournament.
Oh my god, our first tournament! Look at us go! Oh no, I almost forgot my colors. My color. Have you seen those videos? Oh, it's probably because you don't get goth stuff. It's like a goth person walking by.
Oh yes, yes,
like,
yes, I
oh, I
remember.
almost forgot my color.
Yeah, and then
My
yeah.
color.
Yeah.
I almost forgot my color.
Wait, we're already friends. Why does it say I should friend you?
Oh, we should be friends, Mashy. Do you want to
Yeah, we
team
should
up?
be friends. I want to be friends.
It won't let me do it.
Back to city.
Back to the titty. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I want to tell Rin that one too. Yes.
Yeah, you should. She'll like it.
Whee.
How do you slide like that?
This thingy.
Oh, crap.
I shoot right here. By the stage. That thingy. Oh, what's that? Oh, a record! Eoink. Nice. Messi! Oh, can I? Oh, I can't. Damn it, I can't. It's too much. I used to know the beginning of a Vocal Blade song on the piano.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't even remember what the song is anymore, but it was yeah, that was my one flex.
There's
Did you get this?
Hold
Over
on.
here? A lighthouse! A lighthouse.
Oh, we can get vehicles.
Ooh. I hope I can get a Tesla.
Ew.
Ew.
Disgusting.
No, I want a Range Rover. Or a motorcycle. Oh, we need to complete one more daily challenge. You're cute! Hello, if only I could be more like that bear. What if standing still means you a landmark? Really? What? I'm gonna go check out this lighthouse. Will I die if I go in the water? Let's find out. I can't go in the water. Just kidding.
Oh, we got die just from the hero's path battle pass.
Yeah, I
thing.
think it's easy to get die. I just think if you're gonna make it easy to get, then what's the point of even having it? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I might just be a stickler, but I think having to get die is obnoxious.
What's your daily challenge? What do you need to do?
It's probably the same as yours.
Well, I already completed mine.
What? Okay, daily challenge. Oh, wait, did I get it already? I did. Okay, check the booklet. I still haven't checked the booklet. Where's the booklet? Ooh, there's a shop. Ooh, clap coin. Why did they call it clap? Yay, I got the clap.
Yay!
Oh, they gave us so much money. Permanent limit gamer for life gum? What the? Oh, that's. Oh, Mashy, did you? Oh, so
The
you can
Starry
refresh the shop.
Sonata. I want
Yeah,
the
that
Starry
one's cute.
Sonata. I'm gonna save my coin.
I wonder if it refreshes in 7 hours though.
How does it?
Yeah.
The shop?
Vehicle shop. Yeah,
I
mine
wonder
says
if
it'll
the-
auto refresh in 7 hours.
I wonder if the orange is permanent. No, it's probably all different. There's so many cute outfits to get. I hope they make it this easy to get
I
outfits
love
in
you
the
too.
main.
Are you going to bed? Okay. I love you. I'm glad you enjoyed the sushi. You're welcome.
Happy birthday to your mother.
My friend says happy birthday. She says thank you.
You want to do another regular tournament like the Fall Guys thing? We gotta reach level 5.
Yeah,
We-
true.
we
What is
can't
the
do-
booklet? What is the booklet?
The
It
booklet?
keeps telling me to check a booklet, and I don't know what booklet they're talking about. Explore chapters.
Over
check
here.
booklet.
Up the stairs.
Up the stairs? I'm over by the water.
Oh, yeah, you're far
I wish I
away.
could see you on the
気
map.
持ちとびしりるかなチリクハバラエ
Oh, it's our
By the
stamp
piano.
booklet. Booklet?
Booklet?
It's our booklet.
What stamps? Oh, return to team. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, the stage even makes noises.
Oh,
Oh,
skill
stop.
challenge failed. I can't.
This booklet?
What do you
What
mean?
booklet?
Up the stairs and then, Oh, there's several stairs. Okay, go to the way gate.
What's the way gate?
It's the.
Oh, okay.
It's
got
this
it,
thing
got it.
on the up here. And then it's this little robot cat, Omni.
These little deer are so fucking adorable.
You gotta talk to him.
Hello? Wait! Come back. Yeah! Oh, the little tippy tappies! That's so cute. Oh, look at you go! Okay, I'm gonna talk to them then. F. Make this book look good. How the fuck was I supposed to know that? You didn't tell me to go talk to Omni.
Well, it's in, if you like hold your alt key and then look like on the left side where it says explore chapters, and it would have like guided you to
Alt?
that.
What?
Yeah,
I
you-
didn't know I was supposed to press Alt.
You could hold alt and you can like have your mouse and click stuff.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Now you do.
Okay, explore
She's so
chapter.
cute. She's a witch. She's a witch.
A witch! A witch! Oh, she has little feeties. Wait, you have little feeties too. When you
The
walk, you leave a trail.
flowers. Yeah.
It must be the special thing that you have.
Okay, I put this
Yeah,
challenge.
let's do
I
another
don't
thing. Let's do
know.
another thing.
Hold on, I'm collecting coins.
I'm collecting. Oh, you have a bunch of pumpkins. You're so cute. Oh my god, you're adorable.
Now, why was that necessary?
There's a thing. I thought I had another companion with the biscuits. Companion. I do have another companion. Where is it? I won it. Where did it go?
Maybe it's in your menu.
Reach level 4.
We're level 3 right now.
Oh, but I got a cute little box thing. That's not it. Oh, interesting. Oh my god, I need the red panda. The red panda, why is it blue? Why is it in an ice cream cone? I don't know, but it's really cute. I need it now. Oh my god, the mouse paw. Oh my god. Oh. Oh.
I missed one.
Oh no. Yeah, I like Bilbo a lot. And Jack Sparrow. Do you think this thing is called Sparrow because Captain Jack Sparrow, he's a pirate?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. What are these chapters about?
Oh, I can just have the wings on.
Okay, we're gonna do the tournament. Oh, these are solo though. Oh, that's fine.
No, I don't want these wings. Too cool for wings. Oh, this person's so cute. Oh my god.
Are you ready?
Yes! I just realized the audio is so low now. The in-game is so quiet, but like the lobby is, the game opening is super loud. Oh, I have no emote up. I'm just standing there.
Oh, really? You were posing for me?
Oh my god.
I want the 3!
Yes! Yes!
Yay, I did it.
Nice. Number 2.
I'm playing
Qualified
Fall
before me,
Guys, but I'm a
bitch.
cute anime girl, honey. Look, I'm a cute anime girl.
Yeah, it's really cute. This game's fun. This game's good.
Hi,
This game's
Gigi.
fun.
You took a poopiest dunk. Hold on, I gotta do this.
Why is...
Whee!
Oh, did I not update that? Oh no, it's not capturing the game.
I'm so fast.
Oh shit, I fucked up. I'm gonna
No, I'm playing against bots or something. These people don't know what they're doing. It's like Fall Guys, but it's cute.
No! Oh! Oh god, I thought I was gonna die. Eliminated because I got distracted.
Bruh, with what?
I'm sorry. I realized that my audio wasn't getting captured.
Ew! Why did you do that? Let's see him. You okay, Gigi? What is this? I missed keep moving up as the water rises.
Why are you not picking up the idea? Look at this property? What the frickle frat? This is why I always struggle with this.
Everyone's so nice in this game. We could hit each other if we wanted to, but they're not.
Is that working
And
now?
if I press Q?
What the hell?
No, that's mean.
I guess I could just turn this up for now, but then I'm gonna have to turn off. Oh, wait, though, there it is. Oh, but it won't record on my VOD. Why is it doing that? Why is that one working? But not that? I mean, whatever, I guess it's fine.
You... Now I feel bad. No, I won. I won the game. The whole game. They're gonna get me. Hell yeah, I'm level 4 now. Okay, you gotta catch up, Pumpkin.
I know, I'm sorry. Oh, when you jump, you do a little spin. Maybe whenever. Oh, I can't go down. The beach is off limits. No! That's incredibly upsetting. Let's go. That was a Yu-Gi-Oh
Dingle
poser.
spin.
That's what they
I'm
call
making
me
an
in bed.
L, like loser.
Loser.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, it reminds me of
Those levels in
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Yeah. Oh! Oh god. The ground is disappearing.
Yeah, you want to probably stay in the...
Oh, they disappear about how many times they've been touched. Ooh.
Ouch! Ouch!
Ooh! Oh, hey, one. Yeah.
Ouch! Ouch!
You need 80, Mashy. Get 80.
I don't know how many I have right now.
You have 70.
Ouch! I'm dead. Oh.
No! How
Okay,
did
I
you
don't-
dying?
I don't die. I didn't die. I just fell off the map. Does that mean I lost, like, my coins? Okay, okay. I got it. I got in. I'm in!
I qualified first. Let's fucking go.
Let's go. You're so good.
I'm so good. Oh, look at my pose. I don't know if you see my pose, but I'm just sitting down.
You're dabbing for me.
Hell yeah. You're like waving frantically.
Yeah, makes sense. What the hell? What are these little guys?
I have a gun.
Oh, I do like this mode. This mode's cute.
This is where I got disqualified.
Yeah, because you weren't paying attention.
Yeah, my fault.
Now you're first.
Oh my god, it's fine.
You're so fast. You're so fast.
Ouch! Ouch. How did that hit me, bastard? No! You bastard. Oh! Stop! No! Oh my god. Qualified. I knocked her coins out. Neon beats for me. This game is so cute. Oh god, what is this? Mark more floors. Oh.
Oh, like Splatoon.
And the walls? Oh.
How much do you have? How much do you have?
I'm at 50. What? I got eliminated.
Huh? Yeah,
No.
the floor fell.
Oh.
Huh? Why did I get eliminated? Okay, I guess I'll...
Yes, boy!
Did you
Dude,
win?
I just like traced the outside constantly because I was rubbing my face up
Nice
against
strat.
the wall. Yeah, because the wall counted as one.
Who's that?
Let's go! Hell yeah! Yeah, get it, girl! Get it! Get it!
Yeah, I'm level 5. I can go fishing now.
Well, fuck you. It's not my fault.
I'm not gonna
My
go
audio
yet
was
until you get
fucking
to...
working.
I'm not gonna go until you get 5.
Okay.
Let me claim my stuff though.
Whee! A hero's path. Rewards. Oh, cute!
Is it cheese?
Oh, I'm being outfit.
It smells like cheese. It smells like Gruyere.
Cheese.
Oh, crackers are huge.
No. What are you playing?
Oh,
It's called
gotcha.
Totopia.
Another Pia game.
Mm-hmm.
I got a gotcha. Whoa! New companion costume, Digiheart. Oh, he's so cute. They got a little mummy.
潮がなる響きが熱立つかどうか
Cute, 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 cute. Did you connect your Discord? It gave me a bunch of stuff.
Oh, really? I didn't do that.
舞たち見よモッキーおやら
You
を
can
not
always
supposed
just
to be
click
here,
on
I'm not
it a couple
supposed to be
seconds
here.
and then not actually get into the Discord if you didn't want to, because it gave it to me
You
immediately.
didn't read it.
It's self-explanatory. Michael.
It's self-explanatory. Why you put them?
The characters are gonna come. You picked them.
Where'd you go?
Me?
You did...
Right here.
Oh.
Wish we could hold hands.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to confirm it, or does it just happen?
It just happens.
Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if they'll change that, because that could probably get annoying.
We'll do one more tournament and then you're probably gonna be level 5.
Okay, I was hoping since I won one, I would have gotten really high, but whatever. I get off at 4:30 tomorrow, Meshi. Oh, that's.
I'm
pretty
probably
early.
gonna
I
go
get
to
off
the
at
cities.
4:30. Oh, that's right. That's right. Castle Run. The cities. I'm gonna throw this devil dog in your face. This gives me Mario. Right, just like real hard.
The castle, Mario Castle.
Yeah, Mario Kart
Where's that?
specifically. Woohoo! Oh god, what's happening? Oh, that only went forward. Oh, it is like Mario Kart.
I'm so slow.
Jump attack.
I'm fine.
It's on 10 seconds.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Ah! Oh! Get frozen.
You want your
Oh,
cheese
God.
or garlic one? You want the garlic cheese?
Are you going down?
No.
Grab one more.
Ooh, I would love to get a mission. Wait, can I go? Damn, people are taking forever. Hurry up. Number 1? Oh, I
Number
beat the other one? I
3.
thought she beat me. Interesting. Loser! Loser! I do that to my coworkers all the time. Before I flip them off. Flip off myself.
Mean.
Yeah. But that's not very nice. I say, I'm like,
No!
oh my god. I just got fucking yeeted. Oh god!
4 seconds. 4 seconds. 4 seconds.
Oh god! I did the thing again! Oh.
What's the danger here? Oh, there's no danger. Ow! Ouch!
Yay! Oh, I got third, damn it. Scared the shit out of me. My circle started just going fucking crazy. If you stand still, you'll be fine. I stayed on the circle for the rest of it, because if you just stand still, there's like no momentum, so it won't throw you off.
Okay.
Number 4, fuck you! I said I was number 3, bitch!
I got 6.
Hey, 6 is
Cookie
good.
line!
What is this one?
I don't know, but it had cookie in the name.
Oh! Why do I have a little cat toy? Oh my god! Wait. Oh god! Oh. I see.
No! Damn it. I was eliminated. Go, Pumpkin, go! You've got this!
Yeah.
If you fall in the water, you're done.
I win! I don't know
You
what I
win?
did. Did I just not? I think I just won. I did! Yes, 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 yes! Let's go! Hey, you got 4th. Let's go! Yes! Yay! Oh, we have ranks? That's what that is? Oh my god. Competitive Toptopia.
It's Totopia!
Totopia! Totter! I'm gonna call this Tot.
Tot.
Yo, you hopping on the Tots?
You're hopping on the dot.
This is it, Mashy. This is all we're gonna do. Okay, so now what?
Now we go to the something avenue.
Now I gather every fucking thing. Oh. Whether it's Totopia. I was reading that. Cesium. Ooh. Oh. I just collected so many things. Oh my god, get it, girl. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, girl. Get it, girl. Tusha. Oh. I'm
doing gotcha.
I got a gotcha earlier. Are you trolling from that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, give it a name? Welcome, Pumpkin, to the Pulse Avenue. Please complete your registration. Curator registration form. Is this... What is this?
This
Please
is our,
Pulse
like,
okay.
neighborhood or something.
Well, Pumpkin's patch, obviously. Pumpkin's...
Mine's a
patch.
Mashyverse.
Oh, I can't... Oh, Pumpkin... Well, no. Pumpkin patch. I'll just... Oh, no spaces? Pumpkin patch. Nice name. The system has already added it. It sounds like it's could easily done. Let me see.
We gotta clear the digital blocks. Clear the Legos.
Cute. Oh my god, wait, is this like Animal Crossing where people can come to it? Can you
Mhm.
attract them?
I think so.
Oh, that's actually really cute. Pushy, 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 poo. Do I just keep going?
I'm just getting rid of all of them.
Yeah.
I gotta talk to Amor again.
This is so cute.
Wow, without,
This game is so
without
intense.
all that leftover data, the avenue looks so much better. If you keep up the pace, Pulse Avenue will be bustling in no time. Now that the space is clear, let's start building. There's a curator guide. It might inspire you. Can't wait to see how this avenue turns out. Fuel up, curator.
Oh, girl, greenhouse is so pretty.
I would like to get growing.
Oh god, cute. Set up a cafe. Fuck yes!
Let me plant things, please.
よし、いぼいししらかぶべし。おいしそうだ、リナ。
Not suspicious of everyone I meet. Let me introduce myself. I'm Clara, a botanist. Used to do plant research on Dock Islands, but blank ends bit rot ruined all my work. I thought I was gonna be homeless, but Pulse Reality showed me a way forward. They said a human was coming to rebuild Pulse Avenue today, so I wanted to help too.
Does look like it might be.
I pretty much cleaned up the abandoned cache in the plant workshop for you.
Where? What is that? I could put it right there. Why can't I put it right here?
This axolotl is so fucking cute!
Yeah, they're gonna help you build the cafe. Okay, you're gonna go right there, I guess. This cannot be a language. They must be speaking something else. Because they said dunka dunka dunka. What the fuck does that mean?
See, I told you, it sounds like a mix of Chinese and another, like, made-up language.
I mean, it could be like Simlish, where like it sounds like Korean, but it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, really? We're gonna really? You must be so proud of yourself. You want a coffee? A zappuccino? Puff up tonic. Let's do a snow latte. Wait, what do you? Oh shit! Just kidding. Are you gonna make it?
Let me hold down F and do like a twirl spin to plant all my seeds.
Are you gonna start making it or no?
Raccoon
I don't
needs to talk
understand. Are
to
you gonna?
Where's Raccoon?
Cute.
Who are you? I'm really an intern at first. Pulse Realty.
Did you just leave? I'm sorry. I don't know how to make a coffee.
I wanted to bring everyone energy drinks, but I spilled them. Now everyone is stuck in this place, too tired to move. How do I build it? Oh.
Cute. Are you
Rotate.
making the coffee? I don't understand.
Potato, potato. Do I have to keep the cafe right here?
Oh, cute. Oh my god.
I actually like
Oh,
that
you
it's...
You're not gonna let me pat it?
Let's confirm.
わおビビタワのトカトカト
I
カ
don't understand. Are you
Tuka tuka
making this?
tuka! Okay, let's see. On Pulse Avenue, you can run your own shop and turn this place into a lively, bustling hub. You can appoint Atamons living here as owners. Once the shop has an owner, visitors on Pulse Avenue will stop by, generating revenue for Pulse Avenue.
I don't understand how the coffee works.
In
to be
addition to
honest.
Atamon orders, you can pick your own recipe and the owner will make it for you. Got it.
I don't understand.
Maybe I can figure it out once I'm there.
It's like queuing things up, but I don't understand why. And I have somebody who wants something, but like... I'm unsure if it's making it for them.
ビビタワのイポタチパノファワのキカキナトカトカトカ
Did you appoint a shop owner?
Oh!
やつもタパカチヒリトラやつもタ
I
パ
don't
カチ
understand
よ
what's the point of ordering things and queuing things. There's people ordering stuff and it's going to them. I just don't understand why. That's fine, not my problem. Okay. They're getting their orders. That's all that matters. Hello there, little guy. Please check the curator. Open the curator guide. There's nothing happening here. Why did you tell me to go here? Residence requests. F1. Okay. Go talk to the farm person first, though. Oh, you're the critter who beat up. Yeah, that's me.
Okay,
I'm
so
not
we
also
just
supposed to
let
live on it.
the little guy run the shop, I guess.
Yeah, which is really cute. I just don't understand what's the point of putting the pending things there.
Maybe if you have a
And what's the
special
point of
and
sales? Yeah, I don't know. Because I made sure that they started pending the order that the guy with the koala wanted, but it didn't take it. He just made him his own, so I'm not really sure. Herbicide? Ah! We're organic around here. I'm not a scammer, I promise. Hell yeah, we growing pumpkins!
I grew wheat. What do you mean you're growing pumpkins?
Oh, the picture showed pumpkins on it.
Oh, I wish.
Why am I gardening? I thought you were the gardener.
I am the gardener.
No, the person I'm talking to.
Potatoes. Oh, I got so much wheat. Can I...
Did I do it?
Watermelon.
Watermelon. Fish! Fish!
I want to visit you.
I'm not ready yet! Okay, you want me to go talk to the other one? Where's the other one? Where's the...
How do I choose what? Oh, that's how. I want to plant cabbage.
Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. So you can make things that are pending. They'll work on them. You can stash them. And then people who come and order them can get it immediately rather than waiting.
That's cute.
Yeah. So that's very interesting.
And we can level up our hands for farming. There's a seed cannon, there's a recoil vacuum, and an ability cannon that lets us, the seed cannon plants 9 items at once.
Where's the other guy? Where's is it you? Where do I see you?
It's not raining anymore. Yeah,
I guess I'll just go to use hers then. Hello. The beaver captain without a ship. Wow. What happened? I heard the origin seas brimming with tuna lately, but I ran into a storm when I went out. The boat's totaled.
Oh, we can use our seeds to make furniture!
Yes!
That's so cute. There's a little sleeping cat shrine.
Yes. Cute.
Okay, I want to go see fishing.
I need to talk to the other one. Where'd the other one go? The house guy. I don't know where they are.
Yeah, there's a mini map.
Oh, there he is. Oh, the little windmill farm is cute.
We can track them.
Mm-hmm.
Is this my house? Is this my house? I'm so excited. Give me the land! I want to see the model home. Ew, modern? Disgusting.
Your name's Breg... Bevexit?
I wanna
Is that a joke on the Brexit?
I can't rotate my house.
That's lame.
Yeah, I'm gonna live by the garden. I got a new message.
Oh! Oh no, I'm stuck between the modern home and the old home. Modern. Oh, you can't rotate it? That's kind of weird. You're able to rotate the other one. Why can't you?
Yeah, the cafe. I'm not sure.
That's fine.
There's so much things to claim. There's so many things to claim.
Oh, I can't put this here? Why? What?
Bruh, what's the point of the other game? I just want to be here.
Oh, yeah! Well, I guess... I don't know, to add some extra goodies, I guess. Yeah. I want to put my home right in the middle because I'm a narcissist, but I can't move the garden.
Maybe they'll let you move it afterwards in the build menu? There's a florist?
I guess I'll just put my house right here. I don't like it right here, but...
Okay, once you place your house, you can press B and it puts you in like a build mode. And oh my god, my roof just came off. What the? No, my roof's all fucked up now.
The way you said "what the" sounded like shizzle so hard. What the?
What the hell? Oh, it feels like Heartopia. Not gonna lie. Okay, stay there, roof.
Yeah, but the building in this area is at least a little bit better. How do I can't move anything? You can't move the garden? Are you fucked in the head? That's actually upsetting.
Look at my
Why
house,
not?
guys. Look at my
Why can't I move the? I can move the cafe.
How
That's so lame.
do I put furniture inside? Oh my god, I have a little kitchen in the... Why is the kitchen in the garage?
Why am I not moving the whole house and just something within the house?
Why is the kitchen in the garage? Good night.
Good night. I can't move my house.
No, I can only move the roof of my house, apparently.
What the fuck? I moved the cafe, I guess. The hell, whatever. Maybe they'll add more customization later, I don't know.
They should. Let us move every building we want.
I mean, this is in, like, this is like early access, so.
Yeah.
Pretty good for early access so far, not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of hiccups yet.
I want to make a bench.
Please let me gather these things quicker.
I want to make... I know, the gardening. Yeah, there is a tool for collecting everything. There is a tool. I don't know how to get that tool. Probably leveling up your farming, but...
F1
Gizmo.
Ah, okay, so you complete goals and it gives you other things. Okay. Oh, F3? Mastery? Interesting. Oh. Yes. Okay, so upgrade my gardening. Okay, now what do you want? Oh, you want me to plant? Okay, I'll do that since that takes the longest. What did I just plant? I planted wheat, motherfucker.
You press E to switch seeds.
I'll plant wheat in here and then I'll plant the other ones. So, do I just pay for the seeds every time I plant?
No, you go to the NPC and he... There's freaking bugs in my crops! What am I supposed to do?
Yeah. You wanted me to grow what?
There's bugs in my crops. Get out of here. I need pesticide, Clara.
Cool. I did it.
Okay, but how do I...
Experience the charm of planting and try to harvest cabbage sticks. Okay. Oh, he's eating. That's cute. Okay. Hello there, beaver man.
Fucking swat the bugs! Get out of here! Hello, Jojo.
Jojo. Golden ring. Jojo. Golden one. This is cute. What are you doing in my house?
That's crazy. What are you doing in my house?
I gave him a head pat. This is so cute.
Who did you give a head pat to?
I don't know, some person in my house.
Like an NPC?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dynamo. I'm gonna go fishing.
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
Yeah.
Oh, how do I fish?
We have to go to the beach. Hello, Luca.
Yeah, how are you doing, Nashi? Hi. We're playing at you. Oh. Fishing. Sweet. There's a bubble on me. Why is there a bubble on me? Fish! God, please make the fishing easy. Didn't catch anything. Try again. Did I catch it?
How did you
What?
start fishing?
Oh.
Did you have to claim your rod?
Yeah, from the beaver guy. This is a weird fishing game.
What is it?
You have to keep your mouse so it's on the water, the fish is swimming in the water, and you have to follow the fish with your mouse with the circle over it.
No good.
I fished. I did it. I fished. I'll fish again. Start fishing. Aim. I landed in the middle. I got fish. 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 Oh, I fucked up. I didn't click. Okay, so you gotta click. Okay. Okay, let's do this again. Okay, fish.
Is this summer
fish.
vacation? Yes.
Click. I got it. I got it. I got
It's
it.
our
Ooh,
get-
okay, we're good. We're good.
It's
we're
all.
good, we're good,
It's
we're
our
good,
getaway
we're
from
good.
all the chaos.
Easy sauce. Easy sauce. Okay, okay, got it. Nice! I actually like this fishing minigame. This is nice. This is fun. I like this one. Bam, got it. Run it. Got it. Got you, bitch. Got you. Oh, you're mine. Nice! I got a widow squid. Nice. Oh, and I outfished that fishing hole, so now I have to go to this fishing hole.
Oh, this is interesting. I like it. Egg shrimp! Look at this fucking guy. Look at this guy.
Look at this fucking guy.
He's who fried this shrimp already?
Oh, a giant egg shrimp. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Look at, I'm gonna once again only upgrade my fishing. Just like in Totopia.
Yeah, that's what I
Right,
did.
I am the best fisher in all of the land.
Giant clowny.
All I'm gonna do is fish.
Hydrate. 1 second, I'm fishing.
My screen's getting soaking wet. Why is this
Yeah,
such a
it's so
fishing
wet.
experience? Oh, I fucked up. Okay, got it. I'm glad it's forgiving.
This one's sparkly.
Maruko Octopus! Why is this already... You already cooked. Oh, I said. Nice. I sold my fish. Let's go.
I got a frog.
Oh my god, a frog. We got a frog, you guys.
I got a frog, guys. Crab.
Grab.
We're having steamed crab tonight, fellas. Upgrade my fishing.
Oh, into the unknown. Bump, bump, bump,
Into
bump.
the
Ah,
unknown.
beep,
I'm here, still here. By the way, I was just joking. I'm glad you're still here. I was sad when you said that.
That's me. That's right. That's me. That's right. Oh, thank you, Shade. Oh my! How was Baldur's Gate?
Oh, I love this game.
Enhanced.
Snubfin,
Okay, Maggie,
elite
how's it going?
species.
It's going great.
Great.
Found a new game to obsess with. And I think it's adorable. It's fashion. It's amazing. China got the good fashion design, I'm not gonna lie. They like their streetwear a lot. Very top end, isometric, I love it. Nice.
Zebra
Did you fuck a
shark.
bear? Oh my god, you scared the shit out of me.
I got a zebra shark.
God bless. Shall I?
Was that your first time playing Baldur's Gate, Mod?
I already found my character where when they die, I reloaded immediately. Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
No, I do too.
I think I've only had to do that once with Astarion. No, because Astarian's usually never in a spot where he can get attacked, so he's usually safe. Who's your character, huh? 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 I swear to God, if it's Shadowheart.
Shadowheart.
It's always
I just like
Shadowheart.
Shadowheart because I like Jennifer English.
Oh, is that the voice actor?
Yeah.
Nera? Nera? Who's...
Nera?
Who's
I don't know
that?
who that is.
Oh my god, this fish is so angry at me! Lord have mercy! Oh, I got a koi. Jesus, that fish was intense.
The building aspect of the game needs a little work. I'm not gonna lie. Because I was trying to move my house and I literally took off my roof, so.
That's really funny. That's really funny, sorry. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to shut you up there, well. Coin hustle.
Fish incoming! Hurry! Let's catch
Playing
3
Baldur's Gate
more!
1. Oh,
What do
Baldur's
you mean?
Gate
I've caught like
1.
10!
Okay, okay.
I've
I
caught
don't
like
know
10
anything about Baldur's Gate 1.
fish! Here, talk to me. Maybe I hoard these fish because I don't know if I can craft stuff with them.
I don't understand. You can now expand. What? I can expand?
My
Brother, I haven't even used all this That's exciting. This person's just walking in there.
Oh, Baldur's Gate 1! Okay.
Oh no! Your crops can go bad! Oh no.
You have to water them. Just water them.
Get these fucking bugs out of here, you nasty fuck. Oh, they're still growing.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
no,
cabbages
there's
looked like they were
grass.
done, but they were not in fact done.
This has 8 more minutes left. What the fuck? Yeah, I decided to start the whole franchise from the beginning since I never played it all the way before. Oh! I only think I was getting Actually, that's not even true. I thought I was gonna hate him. I thought I was gonna hate Astarion. Because he was just so overhyped. And then I fell for him.
And I bought her a
bitch.
large cardboard cutout of him.
Yeah, still in my grandma's basement, by the way. That thing's never going away. Too bad I can't put it in my... What if I put it in the costume?
Yes!
Oh my god. Well, I'm glad you had fun, Maud. If you need to go take care of yourself after your stream clears, then go ahead, do what you need to do. We'll be here doing the farming stuff. This is, if you're wondering what this game is, this game's funny as hell. This is like hella early access. We had to get quests to play this game. It's Fall Guys meets Heartopia. That's what I'm gonna say. Not that that's
yeah,
a
it is.
People don't know Heartopia, but
a turtle.
The best thing I can compare it to. Maybe also Animal Crossing, because you can. Well, no, maybe. It sounds like you can.
It's kind of like Animal Crossing, where you can. Giant cabbage.
Oh, is it
giant
big?
Cabbage? Yes, it's huge. Oh my god, it has a face. That's really creepy.
What the fuck?
Here, I'll send you a screenshot. Giant.
Yeah, my cabbages are not.
Cabbage.
I've expanded, dude.
Oh,
damn, Beaver, you're mean. You just told me to fucking spit it out. God damn.
Oh, Beaver or Clara waters my crops for me. Thanks, Clara.
Well, that's nice.
Does that mean I can get my seed gun now? Hell yeah.
I got a seed gun for you right here.
Yeah.
God, sometimes I think about that one scene with Pedro Pascal in The Kingsman, where he's a cowboy and he's going up to that girl. You remember what I'm talking about? It was like in every edit of him on TikTok.
Maybe.
And I'll ride. You can ride. What was it?
Gina.
In that one scene. Yeah. Hello, gorgeous. I'm Jack. What's your name? How would you like to ride home on a real cowboy? I've got a 6-pack of cold ones on ice and my roomie's out all night long. But they added it to that one song, "Hey Sexy Baby," or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I opened up another thingy.
No, I already did it. I already did that. Okay, well, I'll have to come back later and do it again once my crops are ready. Oopsie.
You're watering an area that doesn't need to be watered. Oh, look at that!
Mr. Beaver.
You say Mr. Beast.
Ew.
Mr. Beast is in my video game. I did not mean to plant that.
8,000 spark stars to beeve exist.
I wonder if that's a joke on Brexit, because every time I look at it, I think of Brexit, and I don't know why they'd make a weird joke on that, but I can't also understand why they named him like that.
Wow, there's so much
Weird
stuff.
Titafi? Kinatu. Oi Tita Maisa. Ashibi Kiri Maisa. Oi Titafi.
That's a good time.
Curator guide.
I realized that planning one plot at a time is super exhausting, so after all my hard work, I finally invented the seed cannon! Oh, that's nice.
You just press Q and it plans all of them at once.
Nice.
My house doesn't load very well.
No, you're supposed to...
Dynamo. Not now. Maybe later. What do you
How
mean?
do I plant it?
Press Q.
I did. Oh, there we go. Nice!
Boy,
Nice. X. There's so many fucking things to collect. I'm gonna die every time I turn away. There's something new to touch. Oh my god. I'm about to just like not touch anything for a long time and just claim everything later. Oh, a lemon beanbag. That's really cute. The hell are these things? Oh my god, the koi fish is so funny. What is that? Can I not add that? Whatever. Oh my god, I got the new outfit. It looks like a lucky cat thing.
Cute. We can cook! Who's gonna manage the shop?
Who's gonna manage? Yes! Please let me have that one as my companion, please. Oh my god, it looks like the fucking fishing vest from Totopia. It looks like fucking Ivan's fishing vest. I miss him. Do you think he remembers me?
Yeah.
Good. It's too bad we couldn't be together. The hat's really cute, I'm not gonna lie.
Good morning!
Hi, Sharky! My god. Why is this new? Why is it telling me there's something new? Oh, cute. Oh, these are the OGs.
Oi, pasiapkina. Yeah.
Oh, cute.
Momo, do you want to join my Pulse Avenue? Momo. Yay. Jojo, you're cute too. Let's chat. Even though it's awkward when someone tries to sell me something, I kind of feel happy that you're talking to me. I'm not selling you something.
Is there a reason not to invite certain people, though?
I have more Ashi, please. No, there's no reason not to. Well, I don't know if there's a limit on like how many people. Oh yeah, there is a limit. There's 7 you can invite.
Yeah, so like, should you only invite certain people? Gobi, this guy.
I just invite people or animals I think are
Are
cute.
you talking to me? Let's chat. Once hired a moving van to help me move. I had no idea how big cars are, so I ended up with a giant one that could fit a whole fountain. I never knew cars could be so big. Alright. That was cool, nice conversation. What if I was racist and only had, like, rabbits?
Yeah, there's people who do that on Animal Crossing. They'll only have, like, deer, or only wolves, or, like, rabbits, like you said.
Maybe I'll do that. I could only have... The deer were really cute, not gonna lie. Oh my god, they're coming back! The weird pixel things. Go to the build menu and what? The diner? Oh my god.
It's the diner, so you can start cooking.
No. I cannot rotate. Oh, there we go. Man, I really wish I could move other things. Road graffiti? Oh, that's just... It's not graffiti, that's just the ground. Oh. I like the brick more. Oh!
You lied to me. There's no ripples in the water right now. Head to the west side? Okay.
There has to be a better way.
Better way for what?
Oh no! Oh. Oh, this is roads. These clothes are not matching. Ugh!
Giant eggy! It looks like an eggplant fish.
Oh no.
Actually,
Oh,
are you
no. That's
the
terrible.
allegations true? Have you gone rogue? I am always rogue.
Oh, hi, God himself. I haven't seen him forever. I haven't seen him. Oh, what the fuck? You didn't take. Oh, yes.
Well, good morning, sleepyhead. Good morning.
I like the other one more, but I really fucked up my people. This sucks. I made a terrible mistake.
I caught a hammerhead shark! I wish I could show my fish off like in Animal Crossing.
I wish there was a better way to paint the ground.
I haven't tried doing that yet.
It's terrible, you're gonna hate it. You can only do one block at a time.
Well, maybe
And there's
the
so
more
many little blocks. Sometimes you feel like a hammerhead shark. Is that when you have a headache? You just got off work? What do you mean? It's almost 11 o'clock at night. If you want to hear popcorn ASMR, come to my channel. Because that's what it fucking sounds like right now. God, fixing. Please. As long as there's noise happening, that's all that matters.
I'm only gonna fish.
As they always.
Shark bait! Ooh ha ha! Shark, I'm gonna catch more of you. It's okay. I'll take care of you. I got a takoyaki.
Takoyaki?
I got a takoyaki.
Was it the little octopus thingy? It's
Yeah,
like
it had
Karamarka or
mayo on
something?
it.
Yeah. I'm wondering if that was the Chinese version name of it, because takoyaki is Japanese.
Squid! JJ, I caught the squid! I caught the squid. Insufficient bait. Insufficient bait. Puffer. It's not letting me put my... Not letting me put my fishing pole away. There we go.
God bless America for that one. Jesus. Ah! Okay, let's see.
Wow. I got really lucky with that hammerhead.
shit.
Hey Mashi,
What I
I'm
wanted.
from the Cruiser 64 community. If you remember that fella, I do. Welcome. How are you doing today? Of course I remember Cruiser. They're so
Oh,
nice.
that's not what I wanted. Can I go back to not that one? Oh,
I'm
where'd my
leaving.
brick go?
Are my plants done planting? Are my plants done being plants? 1 hour? Damn. Flowers take an hour? That's crazy. It's okay. It's fine. I waited like 12 hours for Totopia crops.
Ha!
A tackle shop. I'm good. How about you? I'm good. That's like 5 days. Huh? What's 5 days?
Where's the entrance to my house?
What were we talking about? I forgot. I also forgot. I'm glad I am not alone. My brain is a brain of an ant.
Oh, hell? Oh. Oh, what the hell did I do? The hell? Oh. Nice. Sure.
How do I visit you? Can I not visit you at your Pulse Avenue yet?
I think you can. I don't know. My god, I just spent so much time building. Oh, I just did so much. Apparently not enough. What the fuck? There we go. I'm hungry.
IRL?
Yeah, I think I might take a break. It's been like 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'll
I
be
need to
right back.
stretch.
Yeah.
God, did you ever try Loftia? I know you want a key from Ren, but I don't know if you ever tried it. Okay, I'll be right back. Hello. I am here. Pumpkin probably went to go make some num-nums. How do I... How do I delete this?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Ugly.
I got my rice bake.
Rice bake, yum.
Yeah. That's better the next day. I guess the rice kind of got a little bit.
The tile isn't that bad.
The what?
The tile isn't that bad.
I covered my entire block with new tech color though.
Did you really? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because I accidentally changed it and I couldn't go back. So I didn't want it to look ugly. So I changed it to all brick. Oh, this is a cute little restaurant. I'd come and eat here.
I think we unlocked new games if you get bored and want to go try.
How do I assign food? A pumpkin.
Mahi, I'm tired. Go sleep. How do I place furniture? It doesn't really make it that clear. Like, I want to place furniture outside, but it's not, like, giving me the option.
I don't know how to cook. Oh! Let's see what this makes.
Do I not have any furniture?
Oh! I need speared fish. That doesn't make any sense.
Ah, I see. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, cosmic sculpture. Pretty. Where's my bench?
Oh. You don't have to.
rid of this.
Ooh.
How do I get rid of it? Z.
Just
Remove
potato.
this. And then
Red.
remove that.
Oh! What?
This is like, it kind of reminds me of Animal and Nook, but the building's a bit better in this game. In Animal and Nook, everything takes materials, like everything. Even pathing takes materials. I hate that.
If I add multiple? Oh. Oh. No. Interesting. Okay. F. Come on. Why are you busy? There you go. You're not busy anymore. Get to making food, I guess.
Are we still on a team? I don't know how to check.
Yes, because it says return to team for me.
How did you do that? Where did you do that?
Tab.
Oh.
Return to team.
Woo! Woo!
Yeah?
Woo! New stuff in my backpack. Oh!
You smell the food now. By the way, different ingredient combo will create different dishes. If you're interested, give it a try. I did. Oh. I just need to invite someone out.
Can I invite you to my game?
I don't know. I'm gonna invite this deer to my home, though. Hi, Monica! You're cute. Join my house. Nice! I did it. New resident. Now you're my slave and you work for me now.
What if I only invited koalas?
You want to sleep and work? Well, let me tell you. Shark, there's this thing called caffeine. You should try it.
Oh, you can... Wait, why can't I teleport to this? Oh, I can't teleport to this pool.
I've had equivalent of 4 cups of coffee today. Jesus! Yeah, God. What God said. Time for the cocaine?
What the fuck?
Yeah. Meth.
No, I'm not mad.
Coke's okay. Not meth. The game that Arthur and his friends are playing, it's called NTVism. There's mosquitoes in the game. They do not cause damage to you. They take your money.
They take your money?
When they sting you, they take $1.
Oh my god, that's so annoying.
I was in their channel the other day listening to them play, and they were talking about the mosquitoes. I was like, what the fuck? And they're like, imagine if you just like sat there, and you came back and told me when it was gone because you kept getting what mosquito? I'm fucking muted.
No way!
That's okay.
I heard you on my stream.
Well, yeah, I just wanted this game.
Oh, this is a big one. This is a big one. Huh? Let me see a pee-pee? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said.
It's Bluey! I got a shark again. Shark, you just want to be in my pocket, don't you?
Hot. Damn. Couldn't be me though. We don't even need to play like the rest of the game.
We don't.
Like, what's even the point?
I told you that.
I guess for
like,
the multiplayer part, it would be fun.
Yeah, but I should be able to visit you.
Well, I think you can. I don't know.
I don't know how to get to you. That's very Animal Crossing, that illustration. That looks very much like Animal Crossing.
Yes. Damn.
Fucking!
Right.
Well,
Press
let's see
C,
my-
remember?
Yeah, but it didn't let me. It just said invite to team. It didn't let me do anything else.
It says visit buddy. You click on it, you click on the icon of the person. See, click on the icon, and then meet buddy.
Ah. Okay, I made a little cozy corner. Do you want to see? No?
I don't think we're looking at the same thing.
Where are we?
Everything here is like... This isn't your home, is it, right? Like, this isn't...
No, this isn't my home.
Okay. This isn't my home.
This is... Well, we gotta get to my area. I was just on the beach.
Oh, you've been wandering around?
Yeah, I was just on the beach.
Oh, I have not left my area at all. I don't want this tweaking. I want more coffee. I don't need it, but I want it.
I've begun at the garden.
Nice. Oh, it's so... Oh, it's not real. That makes me sad. Cute.
Melon.
Oh, there's still only one plant, 2 things. I can't wait till we can fuck.
Huh? I can't wait until we unlock the fuck emote.
Fucking.
When do we get the fuck emote?
Get the fuck.
I want the fuck interaction.
This isn't Baldur's Gate. Ah! I can't help with the gardening, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, everything's watered right now. I'm just waiting for it to grow.
Well, I was trying to get those bugs, your nasty ass bugs.
My nasty ass bugs. Yeah.
I wonder.
You wonder what?
I'm gonna go get a coffee. What if I could steal your people?
No.
Oh, you can see me? Excuse you, Jojo? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Aww. I wish I could steal people's shit like in those other games.
What the
Let's
hell?
fucking go!
How
brother.
did you start dancing with him?
You interact with them. F, and then interact, and then interact, and then you... Oh, that's
Oh, that's just you.
Excuse you. Excuse me, I'm trying to hug Jojo right now. Bitch! I'm trying to hug Jojo right now. Oh.
Whoa, that does not look right.
You saw that too.
You're... Oh, that's my buddy. That's my Momo.
No. Oh. Here, I have this for you.
What are you giving them? Sorry, I gotta check something.
I couldn't give it to
Sorry,
you?
sorry, I gotta check something on my phone. Okay.
Oh. Alright, I wanted to order something though. Okay, I guess I cannot. It's kind of sad. Skypunk? What's that? Can I fish here?
Skypunk? What are you talking about?
The blimp in the sky. Do you guys know that my dream is to, like, one of my unrealistic dreams is to own a blimp?
Blimp?
I really want one. I really like blimps. I think they're the coolest shit ever. I'm really sad that I didn't get to exist in the same time period that blimps existed for, like...
Weren't they like a serious, like...
No! Literally, they weren't that big of a problem. They had a couple, like, 1 or 2 crashes, but out of, like, everything else, like, they were perfectly fine for transportation. They're slow compared to, like, planes, but they're like, you know, boats, you know? Like, you don't get on a boat to travel fast, you get on a boat to enjoy the, like a yacht type of deal. I would love to be in a skyboat. That's so fucking cool. Like, don't you just want to be don't you just want to, like, maybe, like, for, like, an hour up in the sky? Like, wouldn't that be super cool? And not to get anywhere, just to enjoy being with your friends. Like, imagine having a party on a blimp? Bro! I want a blimp! There's this one that went viral for the way it looks on the internet, and it's called the Airlander. Oh, okay. I just caught some copper. Airlander 10,000 or something. I can't remember. It looks like a giant butt.
Giant butt.
Yeah, you probably recognize it if you saw a picture of it. It was like, it didn't go anywhere. It exists, but like, they just wanted to see if they could make it, and they did. But they're not gonna bring blimps back, and it makes me really sad. But blimps are so cool, y'all. I mean, blimps really only existed during, like... I'm alive again. My medicine arrived. Are you having fun? Yes! Oh, I found a fishing net. Or not a fishing net,
I had to invite the robot cats. They had to both be in the city. They're so cute.
I'm gonna try to
Meowdy and
invite
Dynamo.
all the deer, because they're so cute.
I haven't gotten many deer on my
I got one
avenue. Really?
They kept talking about magic.
Well, yeah, I have one. I think his name is Luca. Where are you at?
I'm fishing on your docks. I'm fishing like real good. I don't even know why. Like it's given it to me really fast. Oh, maybe because there's no like fishing things over here? I'm not really sure.
Ripples, yeah, there's like 3 different ends for fishing. It shows on the map which ones have ripples right now.
Oh. If you just... Oh. Game a little tiny bit too excessively loud. The game? Alright, I'll turn it down a little bit. Is that better? Oh, hi, Pierce. You're cute. Cute. Oh.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
it's fine.
Cute little bunny. Oh.
Hello.
Oh. Ooh, shiny fish over there. Why are you shiny?
Rare. Rare.
Rawr.
I have to go to
Oh
bed
god.
soon.
Aggressive fish. Aggressive fish. Oh my god. Oh my god. This fish is so aggressive. Please.
Look at my outfits.
Please.
Oh, this? You want the crackers too?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please just sit the Whoa, I got a snub fin.
It's really hard to get back on there.
Yeah, you're probably putting them on.
Better, I was barely able to hear you over the waves. Oh! Okay, damn. Well, should I turn it down even more?
Shizzle just went to go get new water.
What?
They redeemed hydrate.
Oh.
Stop!
Brother. Stop! That fish fight is on my top 10 anime fights! Dude! The fucking vicious ass fish, man. Oh, I didn't mean to do it over there. Are you gonna catch it? Damn, no, it's too far. Goddamn. I'm glad you're feeling better, Joker. I'm sorry you got sick again, though. You should stop kissing sick people.
Joker, look at all the
kissing
cute
everyone all the time.
outfits. Oh, this one's cool. This one's cool. I like this one.
Whoa! Jesus. Stay put! Stop moving! Stop! Stop
This
moving!
reminds me of like a Miku variant.
That's the cutest little turtle I've ever fucking seen.
I know, isn't it adorable?
Oh my god.
I want this one. This one. Bee! We can be bees. We can be a cute bee. Oh, it's Joker in a maid costume.
Oh my god.
It's
Joker in a
gender
maid
bent
outfit
Joker
does
in a
make
maid
lot of sense.
costume.
Joker, when are you gonna stream in a maid outfit?
Joker, we're waiting. No, Shadow will definitely like this game.
Oh, Mashy, do you want me to send you a picture of Arctic in a nun outfit?
No, I'm good.
He's
Which
at a bar
one's
with,
your
like,
favorite, honey?
3
This
other
is
of his
my
friends.
favorite.
Grab it.
I have it.
Go back. Stop
See?
clicking on it. Go back. Is that all of them?
Yeah. Yeah, what? Joker in a maid outfit.
Oh.
How many points do I need to gather? Maybe that's what we should do. Mashy conjoined, we both need 50,000. I'm pretty sure that's really not that high because we have a lot of people who have a lot of points. But 50,000 points, both of our streams, to get Joker in a maid outfit on stream.
Huh?
I'll buy the maid outfit.
This one? Yes. Joker and maid outfit, 50k points.
You're not buying any
Yeah,
of those.
50k on both of our
It's
streams.
not purchasable. They're all,
I
you
was
can get them
thinking
all
on adding a maid outfit to
by
my
Oh, yeah.
throne
7-day
just to joke
events
about
and stuff.
streaming with it. Fuck
Okay.
yes, Joker. Let's do it.
Nick.
Oh, you're going to bed? What the hell? Let's play a game, Pumpkin.
Okay, let me get done fishing real quick. See, you do want to play the other modes.
I just want to see what they're like.
The
we
light!
unlocked 2 new modes: Adventure Chess and Twin Ace.
Another snub fin. I wanna... How do I...
I was thinking on adding a maid
Oh.
outfit to my throne just to joke about streaming with it. Well, now it's too late. You have to.
It's too late, it's happening. I can't upgrade my stuff here.
No, you probably have to go home
Yeah. Okay, let me go home real quick.
and then upgrade your stuff, and then we can play a game.
Yeah. I took a screenshot. Whoopsie daisy. Didn't mean to do that. Actually, do you want my Twinkie? I mean, my devil dog.
What the fuck?
That's what it's fucking called, man. Living it up. Living it up. Oh, I didn't fish 50 times. What am I? Useless. Oh, but I can level up. Hell yeah. What level fishing are you?
5?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking fish so much. just to
No, we're
get
playing a game.
I know. Okay. Oh! A phone box. Cute. Alright, I'm ready. Wait, let me check my garden real quick. No. Well, it's ready, but like, it's gonna say. Oh! Oh! Oh my god! Those fucking cabbage! Oh god! Why is it so big?
Isn't it scary looking?
Why is it so... I can't even pick that fucker up! What the shit? Giant cabbage. No, stop.
Why
Let
didn't
me
you just
plant
water
something
that
takes a
one?
long time. It just... I don't know. It didn't let me water it. It just took it.
Lame. You planted so many cabbages.
Yeah, I forget that I can change them. I'm the cabbage man. No, stop planting. Infested cabbage is disgusting. Okay, Q. E, what should I plant?
Plant.
Ooh, gardenias are cute. Potato, 30 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to how many minutes. Mine ended up being an hour.
I'm gonna do...
The flowers are like an
potatoes.
hour. Potatoes. Maybe you can get a giant potato.
That'd be funny. Oh, maybe not, because there's cabbages in these two, but maybe a giant potato in this one. Oh, pets, you're cute.
I can't see. What do they look like? Oh, they're... Oh, it's an
They're
axolotl.
a black axolotl, yeah. You can be here. You're cute. Wake up!
They don't have homes. They just live there. Where do they sleep?
No, not my problem.
Okay. I'm
Okay,
confirming
ready.
the game.
Cute. Here we go. Au revoir.
Poo-poo.
Poo-poo.
I don't know, I like
Turbo.
Tricket.
Oh god, what is this? Oh my god.
I don't know, it's chess.
Oh no!
What? We're in the same team, we're in the same team.
What are you doing? I don't understand, what are we trying to do?
Upgrade shops. This is like the pre-game, I guess?
Oh. Okay. Oh.
I'm confused.
Oh, people are oh, it's League!
I fell off the map.
Yeah, I just took out 2 people though. Oh god. Oh no!
I need help.
Oh my god! No, I almost had her. Fuck.
You can take your coins. This one is not very... We have to work together, but... They're gonna beat my ass!
Ooh, let's go beat them up. Oh god. Oh god, I got a leech. Oh shit!
Oh, we got game.
Oh, my whole body got twisted. That did not look good. Are we winning? I don't think so.
I mean, whoever's thing is going down is losing, so...
Oh no.
The health of the bases
Ooh.
are on the mini-map.
Ooh! No! Fuck, it's so hard to get away.
Holy shit, I just got, like, destroyed.
Wait, so can we go? I guess my next question is... Oh god, just kidding. Oh god, they're coming to our base!
I'm coming.
No, they kicked me off.
I got him.
Oh! You can press F to save you from falling off. Can I be here? Could I leave something? You can be here, I guess. Oh no! Oh god! It's closing. Not. Oh my god. Oh my god, they're so vicious.
I guess you just wait until the circle starts closing.
Yeah, I'm dead, I think.
I'm dead too.
Yeah. That was a weird one.
Yeah. Oh. Just a warm-up. Back to the city. You ranked up.
Yee! Savage.
My flowers are ready. Oh, no, they're not.
What acid-induced game is this? It's very fun. There's so much to it. It's very interesting. Ugh. I hate the sounds of the bugs. It makes me incredibly
I know.
upset. I wish we could help each other out. That makes me sad that we can't.
Yeah, maybe we did our review too soon. We should have waited.
That's okay. That'll get better.
Oh my god, look at this little
I don't like the sound of your bugs.
I don't like the sound of the bug. No, that. I was wondering, I was gonna put like, let us help each other with our crops or something.
Oh, lettuce?
Lettuce.
No, cabbage.
I've got another dog resident!
No.
I'm collecting the puppies. I could just remove residents, that's fucked up.
Get evicted, bitch. God. Oh, shit. Oh.
The flower shop should be next to the...
Oh yeah, I forgot I could do that.
Maybe I should just make my whole area grass. And then make the pathway. Yeah. I don't know.
Where the fuck? Oh, yeah. My Spotify isn't working. Why not? Why isn't it playing the Spotify? What? That's interesting. Do I need to make a new one? It doesn't even say I've spotted. Oh, there it is.
There's bugs!
There we go.
There's bugs! Where are the bugs? I hear them, but I don't see them.
Oops, didn't mean to do that.
What is this funky little guy? Oh my god, he's a duck. That's crazy.
It's a big fish. What the fuck did I grab? Holy shit!
Shark. It's a shark.
Oh, it wasn't a shark. It was weird. It wasn't on the ripple.
Hmm. Interesting.
But, oh! Eggy. It's an eggplant fish. Crazy.
Yeah, I got that one too. Who's gonna manage this shop? Oh,
That's
they
nice.
have
I don't care.
interest, Pumpkin. Some have like an interest in like sewing.
So
Some
it
have
is like
interest in
Animal Crossing.
Cooking. No, no, no. That's not a thing with Animal Crossing.
Metopia? Dude, Metopia has been so fucking funny on my feed right now. It's showing off like the characters, your Miis that are like falling in love and having babies, and some of the shit is just so fucking funny. Somebody put themselves in the game, but their Mii fell in love with Phineas. Like Phineas and Ferb Phineas.
Yes.
And the caption was, "I must delete my Mii immediately." Immediately.
How do I rotate my shit?
R, and then you have it puts you into rotate mode, and then you have to press something else to rotate. Nice, I got the harvesting thing now. Cool, 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 cool. Fantastic. Cool. I can't harvest that yet. Oh, you want me to go... What's that?
That's not costing me money to redo the pavement, is it?
I don't think so. I don't think it charged me anything. At least I didn't notice anything. Complete to claim. I don't understand. You want me to get these pictures? Is that what you're asking me to do?
Yeah,
okay.
it's asking you to.
That's the last thing on my list. I'm gonna fucking sneeze. Fuck, it's gone. Oh, Prism, you're cute. I think.
than one robot cat.
Oh, you're cute. Oh my god.
Yeah, they should let us make the pavement bigger.
See, I'm telling you, it's taking forever, isn't it?
Yeah, because if you want to redo your whole thing... I'm experiencing a weird glitch though. Like my pavement is all fucky.
What did you want? A sour cold brew? Is that what you fucking wanted? Wait, what did you want? Please come back. A sour cold brew. Okay. Oh my god, I just made these. Why did you just make a bunch of these, bruh?
Can I move this fountain? I cannot.
That's funny. Isn't there a way? Oh. Yeah, I'd probably also add a color number so I can
Match your stuff.
yeah, because I want my colors to match because I'm a fucking lunatic about that. That's really cute. Can I go back? Is there any hair that... Oh no, that actually looks really good. Oh no, I'm gonna have to change it. like that color more. Let's see. Oh, there we go. That's a lot better. How much dye do I have? How do I fix my face again?
I'm not sure. I haven't been able to figure out how to change the stuff on my face. Why can't
Don't talk to
I?
me.
Because that's in the way.
How the fuck? I was looking at the eyebrows before. Vanity.
Vanity.
I don't like the eyeshadow. I don't want the eyeshadow. I just want the under eye bags. Not the fucking teardrop. That's crazy.
I killed a man.
I killed a man. Crazy. See, I would like those eyes if I had other... How am I even supposed to see that? Oh! Never mind. I don't like the stars and shit. I guess we're just saving that. Nice. Perfect. Oh, this bunny's named Feta. That's adorable.
Where's the sheep? Or the lambs? That'd be really
I would
cute.
die for some sheep.
I
These
know,
look so cute in
goats.
this game. Oh my god. Their cute little horns. Oh! A hoppy. Alright. This is what it was. The fuck is that thing? Oh, thank you. Hey, new record. Insufficient bait. Fuck you. What is it? Change my shit? Q.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't fish without bait.
Right.
Toi, c'est moi. No más. Say you're sorry before you take off. I know it's harder than Worcestershire sauce. After seeing that shit was unshakable, blah, blah. And that shit was unshakable. Just wanna say I'm sorry. Oh, that's right. I needed to get your coffee. Hopefully it's done. I'm sorry. That shit was gonna say I'm sorry right before you take off. I know that it's harder than just your sire sauce. Why do you keep... Why are you... I don't understand. Why are you only making puff tonic? Please, I need the other kind of coffee! I don't understand. Please make that for me. I'm begging you. Can I just not... I have so many of the others in my pocket. I don't need them. I really want the other ones. Yeah, this beaver's a bitch.
Why?
Every time I get near them, they're like, oh, you again. Like, Jesus. Oh. Oh, Momo. Oh, Momo, you're cute. Momo, you're mine. You're mine. I was only gonna get the goth ones, but Momo, you're cute. Hi, Bree! How are you? You put a bucket on my head! Nasty beaver? Yeah, nasty fucking beaver. They're my construction worker. But they're mean. Oh! I'm gonna suck up these potatoes.
What do you guys think of my little town? Isn't it so cute? Maybe I should
It's been so
rotate my
long.
house.
What have you been up to? What am I planting? More potatoes? What do you want me to plant?
Is there an easier way?
No.
to fucking pick up my house and move it?
I don't know, because I tried to move mine too, but it started moving stuff.
I want to rotate it.
Life has been... lifing? Ah! I understand. I feel like it's been over a year since I've spoken to you. Because I agree. Life has been lifing since the last time we've spoken together.
Maybe I move.
Dynamo! You're my business goth boy. Welcome in. Kata's cute, but you're not goth. It has been crazy. Sorry, I feel like I've lived 20 lifetimes in the last 9 months. Honestly, I don't know. You want to give me a synapse? And I'll give you a synapse of mine? Because I think we both have a lot to say. I don't think you were around when everything happened. Yes! Sourdough. Where are you? Where are you? Get close to me, get a little, get close to you. Get a little bit close to me. I wanna get close to you.
Pumpkin,
Where are you?
I've got to go to sleep.
No!
I know, I have to. It's 11.
Damn, it is 11, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I decorated my
Okay.
little avenue though. It's all grassy and I did pathway and decorations. It's pretty.
I'm gonna be really sad when they take this away from us.
I know.
Like,
I gotta join the Discord and see how long we have.
Please, because I'm gonna cry. I keep forgetting that I can't. This isn't now. Like, I can't. I'm not gonna be able to keep this.
Okay, I'm logging off. Ah, no, it's putting me into the town.
Synapse 3 to 5 shows. Flirtations. Managed to accidentally start a witch coven. Damn, what the fuck? Damn, I wish that last part was me.
Hi.
Hi.
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
Sorry, it took like 3 days. That's crazy.
This is a Wendy's.
My synapse, because I don't think you were around. Middle of a divorce. I'm getting a certificate in medical coding. I'm moving into an RV within the next like 2 or 3 months. There's my synapse.
Bye-bye, everyone. I had fun playing Totopia.
Good night, Mashy. We gotta get Sugar in on this.
Yeah, she'll join soon.